and welcome to another My Little Podcast. We are your hosts. I am Bree. I'm here with my brother Bryson.
Hello.
My father Gary.
Hello.
And my mother Shelly.
Hi.
Today we're going to be chit-chatting about the most recent weekly peek, but before we get into it, a quick word from our sponsor, the My Little Homestead t-shirt shop. If you'd like to get a fun design on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, handbag, or other such apparel, you can check out the link in the description. What was the feature design? Oh, it was Think Big because of the new baby. We still have free shipping through Tuesday. So that's free shipping through tomorrow.
Think big.
Yes. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
With the
You'll
signs
have to
right
do
here.
a giraffe one. Think tall.
Think
Think
tall.
tall. She's tall too. Before we launch into some fun comments and questions here about Dad's sink, which is where we'll begin, we got a really fun package. We've actually gotten a few packages from Mary Anna. She comes from Greece, and we just had so much fun opening those up earlier today.
Yes.
Her most recent one. And if you're listening, Mary Anna,
Very
thank
fun.
you so much. So sweet of you. How fun to open up
appreciate it.
all those stuff and use them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spent a
So-
lot of work in wrapping them and thinking about the gifts and stuff. It's very cool.
Very heartfelt. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Wonder if she wraps them in grease. Does it smell like grease when we unwrap them?
It
Like
does.
the country?
air. Yeah.
Like the country.
It smells like
It's
grease.
wrapped in newspapers from Greece.
Yeah, I
And
was
we
reading.
can't read them though because, or can you? Can you read them a little bit?
I can recognize the letters and stuff, but it's not Koine Greek. That's a little different. It's modern Greek, but yeah, it's similar to the
Right on.
stuff I know.
We actually also got let's see.
Yeah. Try English.
Sorry.
It sounded a little
It's one of
Greek
those
there.
days.
We're not-
One of those
Okay.
You know our favorite movie.
She had
though,
about 5 starts to a sentence she never
yeah, our
completed.
favorite
our
movie.
is the big fat Greek wedding.
Oh,
and
yes.
it's Greek.
Yeah, it's very.
But you know,
cool.
everybody from Greece goes, this is not the way it is.
I don't know. One of my favorite parts that I always
You think?
do is and this is the introducing the family and Gus's, and he's like, let's see, Nicky. You know, yeah, that's like one of my favorite parts.
Nicholas.
Or the
Nicolas.
Nicolas. And then was the one too where with the aunt meets I don't remember what Eon Miller, I think it's Eon.
Jan Miller.
And
It's okay. I fix you
I
lamb.
fix you lamb. She's like, you don't eat no meat.
The whole place
That's
stops.
okay. That's okay. I cook lamb.
And then everything continues on.
Great
So-
movie. 10 out of 10. I thought I would also mention, too, we were over at Garen and Ellie's. We had more family seeing new baby. We were there as well. The most beautiful quilt. That also was sent to us by, I believe, her name is Lisa Flinner, and she did fabulous on that quilt. So cute.
Very cool.
Such a beautiful quilt. And I think Azalea is really enjoying it, and the new baby. Both of them. So, very sweet, just very heartfelt packages that we've received. So thank you so much
Yes, thank
for
you.
caring about us and
Very cool.
doing that. So fun. So, okay. So our
Articulate here,
our
Bree.
first
okay.
question. Mom was like, I hope I can speak today. I'm like, okay, well, get in line. Hold my beer. So anyway. Alice Hurst said, Gary, did you use any coloring in the cement sink countertop that you poured now to set it up? Dad poured this beautiful sink for the new bathroom and created actually a CAD for it.
I was going to try some, but no, I didn't. For this one here, strictly, I was going to go with a white of some sort, but I couldn't find any good white colors to add additives that are typical for
What
the.
about like a lime? You could have added lime, maybe.
Yeah, but that might have changed the
Might have changed the
hardness
structure.
and
Who knows? May have
consistency.
cracked or something weird.
But you know, I could have added white paint or something.
That's true.
That might have worked.
I just thought it turned out so good because you sanded it down so much this time. You got to the rock.
Yeah.
And I love that look.
Yeah, well,
And,
actually,
and
was
that's
fun.
all the different colors that speckle through there then.
Yes.
So it takes away all the real strong grays too.
yeah, and actually, Mina Sadira asked, did you put any different colored pebbles with the cement mix? And that's no, right? I mean,
No, the bag that is shown in the video is literally just as it is. It's that simple. So whatever colors were in there. If you can get real close, which the camera doesn't, but if you can get real close, you can actually see reds and purples and some other different kinds of colors.
It's amazing.
Agates, there's actually some kind of see-through type in there. And,
Be
you know, if
really
you get your
cool.
face like real close to it,
You know-
like that.
Yeah, I wonder if you could add marbles to a mix like that.
Interesting.
You know, just get the very top of the marble when you grind it off, you know.
Yeah.
But that would be kind of cool.
Little cat eyes, steelies,
You put Lego pieces in there. Like, what is
agates,
going on?
aggies.
Okay then.
Yeah, Cleary's.
You just put.
Come on, don't you know your marbles?
No.
The ones that fell out of my head, that's the ones that came out.
So those
Cleary's,
are
'cause there ain't
Gary's.
nothing up there.
Those are Gary's.
Gary's fell out of my
Gary's
head.
fell out of your head.
So there might very well be marbles in that countertop.
Yeah, there might have been. No.
I mean,
Thunk,
Dad was
thunk,
making them.
thunk.
Gotta have a few more. Here we go. Wait, I want that one back.
So one of the unique things about this pour that you did was you took an old sink that we had and you popped it in there and then you put cement, concrete? What did you say? Concrete? Is it concrete?
It's the same.
Cement,
it's
concrete.
actually.
Okay, it's
not
concrete.
cement.
So we put the concrete around the sink and then had it pop out. And we had a question here by Wanda Dean that asks, did you put something like Vaseline on the metal sink to make the metal not stick to the cement?
Ooh, Vaseline is a good idea.
I used Rain-X.
Rain-X.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, I used Rain-X. That's the stuff that people spray on their windshields to keep the water from actually bonding to the glass when they're driving on their windshields or windscreens if you're in
Really?
Europe. Yeah.
You'd taken that flat tool and you had kind of gone around a little bit in the sink, and we were filming on the one side where he was tapping on the back and it popped out. We wish we would have had the camera over there, but it didn't, so we just it just popped out so easily. But you needed to do that first, kind of to loosen
There
it.
might have been better things to use. Vaseline would have been one, but I thought, let's try Rain-X. I mean, it sheds rain off of windshields, and that's glass.
Also, too, it like
So-
spreads it out really nice.
Yeah.
Because like if you had like Vaseline or something, you'd have to wipe it on, and if you missed a spot, well, it's gonna stick. But with a nice spray bottle, it's harder to miss a spot.
And if you remember that sink, I was thinking about putting it in the wall for one of the soap dishes, and I had pulled that out to do it. And that's when you came and said, I want to use that for the mold. And that's exactly what he used it for, was for that mold.
It's still reusable at this point. It can still be used
You
in
could
another-
probably use like a flower pot or something.
Well, I'm thinking bird bath.
I
for
thought they
that
had
kind
really
of
cool bird bath.
mold.
Yeah.
But I just mean like if you were making one of these sinks and you don't have like another sink for a mold, you could probably use like a pot or something like for growing in, a grow pot or something.
There is one thing I didn't do, which was to do an overflow to it.
Yeah.
I thought about trying to do it, and I thought, it's a little more complicated. So if it overflows, then
It overflows. You know in those movies where there's like, oh my gosh, there's water in here. And somehow magically it all seals in there until the person opens up the door and it's like, that's what we're going to have going into here. We're going to open up your French doors. Well, I
You're gonna be
needed to take a
sleeping in
shower.
there
Wasn't
tonight,
expecting that.
in the bed and all nice, and all of a sudden you're floating. You just wake up, you're like, what the heck is
hey,
happening?
did we get a water bed? I dreamt we got a water bed.
Luna's like, whoa, when did that happen? K.A. Osborne says, you don't need to put an S on the sink for Superman because you had
Oh,
pointed
yes.
out that it looked like a Superman symbol. It's represented by what it is, a sink.
Very nicely done.
I had
That's
to
a
add that
ba-dum.
one.
Oh,
That was a good one.
good.
It was solid.
Oh, that was good.
I
That
liked
was
it.
very nicely done.
That's good.
S for solid. Okay, anyway. Anthony
It continues.
Anthony Leslie said, did that plywood have as much bow in it as it appeared on camera? So was there any bow in the
Yeah,
plywood?
there was. So it was necessary to kind of beef up the area that I set it on so I could get the flatter surface. I didn't buy the expensive 3/4 stuff, melamine. I bought some 1/2-inch composite, or actually it's like a fiber board, and then painted it white. It had a nice flat surface on it. It was a milled surface. So yeah, it worked well.
Nice.
I'll be using it again now. A quick little note is that I will be putting up some backsplashes that are also made of the concrete. So
Who is snoring? There's a dog that is snoring.
That's Luna.
Nick V asks, how much work was it to get that look? Like on all of it, I think, but maybe just the countertop part of it. How much work was it to get that?
it was
like-
easier than the kitchen. Found a 5-inch grinder. When I first started using it, I didn't use it correctly and kind of dug in some areas. But once I got used to how to work with it with my grinder, I actually was able to do it. So that took that first layer right off. I mean, I didn't have any trouble. So then it was a matter of just taking out those grinding marks. And by the time I got the grinding marks out of it, it was beautiful.
With the grinder, too, we actually slowed that down. Did you keep it slow? Or?
That was the important thing. When I had it fast, I tend to dig in a little bit.
So slowing
And when
that
it was
grinder
slower, yeah, I was able to use
down. So
it
if you
much
have a
better.
slower grinder, maybe even a drill might even work.
A lot of grinders have
Speed
variable
controls.
speeds, yeah, and mine did not.
So if you don't, and you happen to have a Variac, sitting around.
Yeah, in your back pocket. Just pull it
then-
right out.
Yeah.
If you have a
that's,
Bryson at home that has a Variac, let's
you
get
have
let's get the chain of
Or-
events.
Yeah, that's
here.
true. Get the
Actually,
chain of
if
it.
you have a
One of
If
those-
Bryson happens to be visiting and has one in his back pocket.
You know,
Which chances are high, you will.
actually, the thing I'm thinking of is that one of those light dimmers you get. You turn to dim the lights. You could probably use one of those. I don't know how much amperage they can take, but
Yeah, if your tool draws some amp, you want to be sure to match that.
yeah, you don't want to burn up your switch.
Yeah.
You're slowing it
Or
down.
burn up your tool, too. So either way.
And you actually put
Yeah.
something else on top of it too, didn't you? Put like a finish coat of something on
Yes,
that?
yeah, you want to treat the concrete so that it's got a sealant or sealer.
Yeah.
And I use that duck
Oh, the same one as in the
stuff. Yeah,
kitchen.
same one as the kitchen.
Now
Okay.
that duck stuff is like food grade stuff, isn't it?
That
like,
is. We could actually literally eat off of that sink.
I kind of wonder. You wouldn't really
Ew.
want to do that.
Ew.
But
Ew.
I
the
didn't
thing
like that.
I'm wondering is,
Yes.
if you made a cement fish tank, right, with cement
Concrete.
pillars or
Concrete, you
concrete,
mean.
sorry,
Yes.
concrete pillars, whatever, you could seal it in that stuff, and I wonder if that would dissolve in the water or not, or if it would.
Well, maybe, over
Work.
100 years. But it'd be hard to see through if you had 4 walls of concrete.
Oh, I'm not thinking all 4 walls.
Did you see that fish? Now you got to get above it. And then, I can see the top of it.
Now, what I thought was interesting about the sink
was not
and
what
the,
I was thinking.
and the
I know, I
countertop is that you had the lighter color and then it was almost a darker color. How did you do that? I was
Well,
curious about that.
Yeah, the darker actually, there was no grinding on that
Oh,
surface.
okay.
That was just the slurry that hardened, and I just polished the slurry.
Oh,
So-
because it looks neat. It's like 2 tones almost,
Yeah.
color-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turned out really, really
There
nice.
was some pitting in that, and I think that I had some of the cement concrete actually stick to the bowl a little bit. So, because there was some pitting. Also, too, there wasn't a way to vibrate it because that was the tricky part. If you're sitting there trying to vibrate the sink, right, the bowl part of it, then all the concrete slips off. I had to kind of get it on there and vibrate a little bit, and add some more and vibrate, and then just hope for the best. So, because I didn't have a form for the sink part of it on the outside, I had a form for that, and could have been a little bit more specific about that as far as designing another form to fit on top of the form I had. Then I could have poured it inside and tapped that, and that would have worked maybe a little better. But I just did the old keep slapping it on until it
That looked like
stops
that worked
coming
to
down
me.
the hill.
That looked good.
It's beautiful. I think concrete countertops are in your future for the shop and everything
think?
now. You love it, don't
Yeah,
you?
it was fun.
Yeah, that's out.
They're super cool. Very heavy, but super cool.
They are heavy. Yeah, I put steel in there too. So.
You know, next time you might have to put, like, if you build a really big one, put, like, hooks on it so we can lift it up with the skid steer and
Perfect.
lay it in place.
Lay everything. And then in the shop, there'll be room for the skid steer to get around
Yeah.
and
Move those
Drop sinks on the
countertops around,
countertops,
yeah.
Right on, right on. This week we also put a ton of stucco out on our earth bag wall. Shay came over to help us out, and we seriously pumped it out this week, which was super fun. It was fun to have her back working with us too. It was enjoyable.
Yeah, it's always fun to have her over.
She had a lot of compliments about her hair, which looked fun too. There was also this little bit of dialogue we had about Bryson wanting to rewrite the dictionary and call it Bryson's version. And then there was the query of how many words would that actually be? Well, Rex Hagland, he came in for the rescue, and he looked it up for you. He said there are an estimated 171,156 words currently in use in the English language, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, not to mention 47,156 obsolete words.
Is that all?
obsolete.
That's a lot of words.
Which,
That's a lot of obsolete.
Yes.
I mean, we had to bring those things back.
So what you're saying
should
is
do
there's
our
over
whole-
200,000
We should do a whole thing, a whole podcast
words
with that.
just in existence.
Using words
yes.
that...
I think that would take me a lot to say, let alone rewrite. But I've never underestimated your ability to conquer things.
would
I'm
be-
like, I don't know, Brian.
It would
and
be
you always do it.
absolutely
So I know you could.
hilarious. It'd be absolutely
You know,
hilarious.
they've listed all those words because they know there's 47,000 plus. We ought to do a show with using those words. You know, word of
Replace
the
'em?
day, word of the day. And then,
Obsolete words.
yeah, obsolete
Obsolete
word. Word of the day. Obsolete word, for that
I love
day.
it.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And we'll make it the My Little Homestead Dictionary, and it'll just be all the different words we
Yeah,
started
revise
finding
those
and
things.
added.
I don't know if you heard that, if that came through the mic, but there was a long snore from Luna. She was like, "Argh!" She sounded like a little mini tugboat.
I was thinking was obsolete in the dictionary because it better be.
Well, is obsolete obsolete? That's all I want to know.
How would you even describe obsolete?
Is it 2 words, obs and solite?
No,
Obs
it's one word. Obsolete.
and solete?
Oh,
Well,
are,
no,
you
but
are you trying to be philosophical on us? And be
Not
like, is it 2
philosophical.
words?
Entomology
If we look
requires
at
you
it
to find the
sideways?
root word and find out if the root word means something. And obs might be the pre.
Obs.
I was going to say,
Ob
isn't there
might
hops
be-
for? Okay, that was for something.
Op
else.
might be.
Which we might need some right now. No, just kidding. Oh, Dad.
Okay. My lips are moving. I'm just not saying
I just
anything.
keep teasing you. I can't help it. Okay, Frill. Well, we got to set up Frill's comment here because in the show here we had Garen had just recently shaved, and actually you have too.
Yes.
So there was lots of compliments about the baby faces. I mean, manly, very manly, clean-shaven faces. So anyway, Frill says the constant struggle. Don't shave and look like a hobo living under a bridge, or shave and look like you're 12 years old. That's how I picture you saying it, Frill. I'm sorry if I got your tone
Did you
wrong.
just say anyone who had a beard was a hobo living under a
Well,
bridge?
it's just the struggle between the two and trying to find
Yeah.
a healthy
you
balance.
can have a clean shave, but
Yeah.
yet
And
a
still not
clean
be
cut,
homeless. Yeah.
and still not, you know. Do you know what I mean? You can have a nice looking beard,
Yeah, you're not
Beards
wrong.
are cool. They are. People, guys and stuff. It's
unless you're missing the spot to have a goatee on.
yeah. Well, okay. Some of us
That's the only place
Some
hair
of
does
us
not
can
grow
grow.
on my
Yeah.
beard. And the moment I told
it's
her,
obsolete. That
You
hair.
know that song, if not for the hair on my chinny chin chin, will you pass, buddy? You pass.
I'm
you don't
missing
got
the hair on my chinny chin chin.
It's growing though. I'm
Who
seeing.
needs
I'm
that?
seeing hair.
It is
if you
I
just-
slowly
believe in
coming
it.
through,
If you
yeah.
start up here and just grow it all the way down, it covers it all up.
I
Perfect.
also have another idea. You cut it a lot, so you
What about
just
a
take
face
it and
mask?
just
You wouldn't need a
paste
face
all the
mask.
extras right
Yeah.
there. You just paste them on. You know, with a
Well,
little glue gun.
don't they have a hair spray thing that fills in gaps on the top?
You just need that for your
Yeah.
beard.
Yeah, and just spray it all over and wipe some of it off.
Come with us, Bryson. We will take you places.
Dude, we can help you.
No. As fun as
I
that
don't
might
blame you.
sound, no.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. All right, well, I think that is going to wrap us up for us this week. We wanted to give a special thank you to our Patreons for helping support us financially. We really appreciate it. If you would like to support us financially, with $1 or $2 a month, the link will be down in the description. We really appreciate all that, and it goes towards what we're doing.
Yep.
So thank you so much for being a part of our family, being a part of the conversation, and helping us out with all kinds of fun ideas and comments. We love reading each and every one. Thank you,
Very
and we will
exciting.
see you on Friday for another weekly peek.
Bye.
Later.